Anguish at another remark Prime Minister Modi ji is fond of making. He has often said that nothing was done in the 70 years before he became Prime Minister. I ask him, does he really mean this? I would ask him to consider the following facts. Life expectancy at our independence was 31% and it is now 71 years. Indians are living 40 years longer. Is this nothing? Literacy was 18% at independence. It is now 76%. Is it nothing? India did not have food to feed itself and depended on American food aid in the early years of our independence. For many years now, we have been self-sufficient and we are even exporting food. From being viewed as a slow-growing economy, we have for many years now been regarded as one of the fastest-growing developing countries. We have, ladies and gentlemen, still a long way to go in many areas. I am not asserting that all these achievements which I have mentioned are only because of the Congress party. They are first and foremost the achievements of the Indian people. Governments have helped and indeed played a crucial role in many areas, and Congress governments have done their bit. We have had many non-Congress governments in the states, and we have had both Congress-led coalition and BJP-led coalitions in the center. They have all contributed to build this great country. I wish the Prime Minister would find more dignified ways of impressing crowds and seeking their votes without resorting to statements which denigrate our country as a whole. I must also point out that while denigrating the past, the Prime Minister also tends to exaggerate what he will do in the future. He was recently quoted in the press as saying that India will become a developed country by 2022. I would be the happiest person in the world if he can deliver that. But is he really aware of what he implies? Our per capita income, ladies and gentlemen, is now about $5,000 based on what is called purchasing power parity. At the lower end of developed countries, we have Greece with a per capita income of around $25,000. That is 5 times our per capita income level. To increase our income 5-fold in 5 years, we would have to achieve a growth rate of 35% per year. No country has ever done this. Is Modi ji promising he will do that? Let us consider what the BJP has actually done. It came to power in 2014 at a time when the country was going through a slowdown. Our government was much criticized for this slowdown, and we accepted that there was indeed a slowdown. We explained that some of this was due to global factors and some was due to our inability to resolve domestic problems. What has happened to the growth rate of the economy since the NDA came to power? In the 10 years of UPA 1 and 2, when I was the Prime Minister, we produced 7.8% GDP growth on average. This includes the slowdown in the last 2 years of our government. When the present government took over, they said they would take growth to 8 to 10%. Modi ji so far has produced an average of only 7.3% in the first 3 years. GDP growth in the first quarter of 2017-18 fell to 5.7%. July-September quarter has registered a growth rate of 6.3%. This is to be welcomed, but it is too early to conclude that this represents a reversal of the declining trend observed in the previous 5 years. Some economists believe that the CSO, which released the figures day before yesterday, has not adequately captured the impact of demonetization and GST on the informal sector that accounts for about 30% of our economy. Commenting on the strong growth in the second quarter in manufacturing, the economist at the National Institute of Public Finance, Mr. Govind Rao,